Matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the Dallas Cowboys. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touch. Back, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. On first down, Williamson flush to his right. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive.
All right, here we go.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. 30. The 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. You talk about explosion plays. Here's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate. Big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
On the return, it's Ted Ginn Jr. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Smith. It's complete to his tight end, Charles Clay. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try to be aggressive on their first series.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. On 1st and 10, Smith. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Smith throwing again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Smith keeps it on the sneak. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
On 1st down, it's Smith. Looking long for Thomas. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Smith. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
12.
On first down, Smith. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Dalvin away and bring up 2nd down.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Hey, on.
Out of the gun, Smith. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 11. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Derrick Henry all alone. Touchdown, Cowboys. Derrick Henry hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Here's Smith. Steps away to his left. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Smith now to throw. And the third down pass falls incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taking it about the 16. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Leopard, set, green 39.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Gun!
From the gun, Williamson. He dumps it off for Henry. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Throwing on first down. Williamson. He's going to lead this for his running back. It's complete. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it second down.
Hey, you got 3. Hurry up, here we go.
Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll go down at the 28. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green 30.
On 1st and 10, Williamson throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now, the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
After the penalty, it's Henry. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes the score 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. Smith looking deep downfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball. And that is incomplete. Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision. Here's Brad Wing now as he's on to punt for Miami. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The second quarter score from Cincinnati. The Raiders there have opened a 2-touchdown advantage. And we'll be sure to keep an eye on that one as we go along here. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st down, Williamson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Detroit! Detroit! Leopard! Leopard! Back 99!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Detroit! Detroit! Now let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
Throwing on 1st down, Williamson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Matthias Farley. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team. After the interception, here's Smith. And he finds a man on the crossing route. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Smith now just 7 of 16 passing thus far, but he's got a 1st and 10. Smith. Landry brushes him off. Going to throw right side here, complete. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Here's Smith now on 2nd down. Buying time to his left. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a 1st down. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Yellow, yellow.
Now Smith operating from the gun. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
Back line up, Philly. Here we go.
They begin with Henry fighting ahead at the 15. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Going deep here for Landry. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
On 2nd and 10, Smith. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Escaping the pressure right. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Again, Smith. And it's caught. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Throwing again is Smith. Dancing to his left. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And it's 3rd and short.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively. Back to throw, Smith. Flushed out right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering Is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Throwing to start the drive. Williamson. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Leopard! Detroit!
Looking to throw on second down. Williamson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
Here we go.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what did you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Deion Kane, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one go.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Troy Apke. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Thomas, the intended target. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. He was brought down by Devon Kennard. Looking to throw. Williamson finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. A first down carry for Henry. Room here to run. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Again, it's Henry. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
Detroit! Gone!
Back to throw. Williamson. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. Third down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Now let's go.
Operating from the gun, Williamson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ricardo Lewis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys add on. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Dolphins' offense now heads back on the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. He's going to air one out. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Troy Apke. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
That'll be a gain of 16. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Williamson eluding the pressure right. It's complete to Josh Huff. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Hurry up, here we go.
A give to Henry. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Williamson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Cowboys continue to pour it on. And he's got it up and through. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. The Dolphins on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Smith. From the gun, he'll throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
This is taken around the 12. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And out will come the offense as they take over. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On 1st and 10, Williamson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
There's no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect. All the receivers in their patterns. These are going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Freeman again. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. And this is no good. Close, but he misses just left of the upright. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Derrick Henry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 19 yards that time for number 19. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it's a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun. Williamson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Avoids him at the 40. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
From the gun, Williamson lets it fly for Thielen. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Williamson. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Reggie Ragland in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. On 4th down, Williamson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room, get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coaches say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do something.
On the line.
Exactly. You have pride on the line. execution as you look forward and get ready for your next game, and a message to your team. We're not going to quit. No matter what the battle is, we're going to finish this thing out.
So, Charles, are able to complete what so often seems to be elusive, a shutout in the NFL. And maybe what's fitting is they ended the game on the field, that defensive unit on the field. What an exclamation mark.
And probably felt like they could go another 60 minutes without anyone putting points on the board against them. That's the confidence you gain throughout when you're pitching a shutout. And they're going to leave the stadium feeling like they're all 10 feet tall.
So for the Cowboys, the final 2 weeks are going to tell the story for them as they move to 9-5 with